This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Would Tesla sell off its China operations to help facilitate a merger with SpaceX? The Wall Street Journal broke that story yesterday, and it's all over the media today. There's been a lot of speculation that the two companies will merge, and the Journal reports that Tesla executives have been told to prepare for a potential separation of its China business to help make the merger possible. If that merger happens, it would generate a lot of scrutiny, especially in China, because SpaceX is a major U.S. defense contractor involved in national defense and satellites. So separating Tesla's China business could help address any conflicts. However, Elon Musk denied the report, saying it has never discussed separating its China business and called it, quote, absurdly fake news. Ford stock is up 13% so far this year because investors are bullish about it entering the energy storage business. And while most investors are skeptical about Ford, one Citi analyst believes the automaker can continue its momentum. Ford's stock closed at $14.83 yesterday, and the average analyst price target is just below $16. But Citi analyst Michael Ward raised his price target for Ford to $20 a share. In addition to its energy business, Ward expects a 28% boost in F-Series production in the second half will increase earnings. While Ward is bullish about Ford, only 28% of analysts tracked by Bloomberg rate the stock a buy. Toyota is the biggest and most profitable car company in the world, but its profits are slipping and the company is very bureaucratic and slow to move. So its new CEO Kenta Kon is pushing to get the company up to China speed. He's forming two new units that will be focused on business reform, and they'll report directly to the company's top executives. One unit, called the BR Administration Reform Group, with the BR standing for Business Reform, will tackle administration policies. It will concentrate on how to speed up making decisions about what policies or programs to stop or change, and will use AI and other digital technologies to go faster. The other unit, called the BR Corporate Communication Reform Group, will work on getting more accurate and timely information about what's going on inside the company to its stakeholders. Toyota has been under unprecedented shareholder pressure, and at last month's annual shareholder meeting, Kenta Kon promised to get the company back on a sustainable growth path. Yesterday, we reported on how Chinese automakers are starting to take over Australia's car market. But that's not the only country where they're seeing big growth. According to Gasgoo, Chinese brands sold just under 50,000 vehicles in Brazil in June, which is up 10% from a year ago, accounting for 23% of the overall market. And BYD was fourth overall in sales amongst all brands. It sold more than 21,000 vehicles in June, with 3 models cracking the top 10. However, that was half as many as Volkswagen, which was number 1 with more than 42,000 sales.
At Intrepid, we produce network hardware and software solutions, enabling vehicle manufacturers to innovate and design the next generation of modern mobility. Delivering scalable next-generation solutions requires thorough testing and validation of vehicle platforms. Intrepid's Neovi Cloud Platform helps manufacturers quickly identify diagnostic trouble codes and defects by pinpointing which vehicles have specific software versions. This allows them to isolate non-compliant vehicles in real time using analytics, part numbers, DTCs, and organized, secure, cloud-based data. All of these steps ensure vehicles are cleared for production and ready for the road, taking your fleet testing into the future of mobility. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Earlier this year, U.S. regulators said they wanted to help streamline the process for deploying robotaxis, even those without a steering wheel and pedals. Yesterday, Zoox announced that it's the first company to receive an exemption from NHTSA, allowing it to charge for rides in its robo-shuttle, which has no driver controls. Those paid rides start in Las Vegas next month and then will expand to California. Zoox says it's also working with U.S. regulators to make official updates to the federal motor vehicle safety standards for autonomous vehicles. In another self-driving first, but across the Atlantic in Germany, Momenta is the first Chinese company to get approval from the country's Federal Motor Transport Authority to test Level 4 autonomous cars nationwide. We think Momenta's partnerships with Mercedes, BMW, and the Volkswagen Group help pave the way for that approval. Most new vehicles in China now come with advanced driver assistance tech. So far this year, just over 70% of new passenger models are equipped with Level 2 combined driver assistance systems, and more than 34% feature navigation on autopilot, or navigation-based hands-free capabilities. Intelligent connected vehicles like these have now racked up over 220 million kilometers, or nearly 137 million miles of testing in China. But the country risks losing its lead in autonomy. According to a report in Gascu, the supply-demand ratio for autonomous driving engineers is just 0.38, meaning there's less than one qualified person for every open position. Worse, even doubling the salaries is failing to lure in new AV engineers. And in the energy savings and EV sectors, the talent gap is expected to reach 1 million people over the next 10 years. Experts say companies need to stop counting on finding new workers and start retraining the ones that they've already got. Rivian posted its second quarter numbers, and while it's showing significant improvement, the company still has a long way to go. It sold 12,194 vehicles, up 14% from a year ago, but that was less than it sold in the third quarter of last year. Its revenues jumped 14% to $1.6 billion, with $500 million of that coming from Volkswagen, which is buying part of Rivian's tech stack for its own cars. And Rivian really needs that revenue. It posted $849 million in negative cash flow, which was double what it was last year, and it posted a net loss of $837 million, but that was much better than the $1.1 billion it lost last year. Investors liked the overall improvements, and the stock was up 3% on the news. Yesterday, we had Bob Gallion on Autoline After Hours. We think he's one of the foremost battery experts in the world, and the conversation turned to the biggest thing that is holding the U.S. back when it comes to making batteries.
The biggest hurdle that we got in this country right now isn't the lack of technology, it's a lack of manufacturing. We don't know how to build the machines to build the batteries. And that is a tough thing to crack. So we've really got to reestablish manufacturing competency in this country in order for us to have the ability to make batteries ourselves. Today, we're totally reliant on buying equipment from Japan, Korea, or China to build batteries in the United States.
Do you see any progress being made in that regard?
Not a lot.
Ouch. And Bob adds it would probably take a decade or two to build up that manufacturing know-how, and that's if we start today. Look for Autoline After Hours 801 on our website or YouTube channel if you'd like to catch more of that discussion. But that brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope that you have a great weekend.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Alex Partners, when it really matters. CSP, the Composites Solution Partner. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And thanks to the following YouTube and Patreon members.
At CSP, we work with OEM engineers across the country on their journeys to lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly vehicles. Learn more at thecsp.com.
We act, we grow, we transform, we protect, we rescue. In moments that define the future, We are the partner you can trust. Alex Partners, when it really matters.
Ward's is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now. Check your company's intranet for details and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.